Hi, it's Ileana. So, for the last 2 years, I've been experiencing an interesting phenomenon in my right ear of hearing this sound in the morning and in the evening going like this. It's like a frequency code, or like the old-fashioned typewriters. When you would press on one of the keys, it would make like this typing sound. It sounds similar to that, or a computer hard drive cycling information as it's moving. Because for my computers, when I have computers, I like a hard drive that has moving parts. I don't use SSD hard drives. I like moving parts hard drives, old-fashioned big hard drives. They're actually more reliable than the SSD types, I found. So it feels like that when the sound happens, it's like a typewriter typing, or a hard drive that has moving parts cycling. That sound that you can hear. I think I'm receiving information, downloads of information, quantum entanglement information being downloaded. I've been writing a lot of different light language for protection, for healing, for blocking out negative beings. And so the more I do this, the more the sound is activated. And it's different from tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears. I've had tinnitus because of migraines and other neurological stuff happening in my brain, and that's constant ringing. Whereas this is only in the right ear, and it happens like 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning, or at 11, 12, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It only happens at those times and doesn't happen at other times, like that typing, clicking, typing sound. And it's not ringing in the ears. And I'm just lying in bed, I guess, downloading quantum information. And then I have to write things down or draw things because the information won't leave. I have a photographic memory, so it remembers everything that I experience, that I receive as information, as visuals, impressions, what I see, what I feel, and what I process, what comes down in the downloads from up above, from the extraterrestrials, the positive ones, from the universe, whatever is coming down as being received as that data information. Now I get a sort of like a prelude when it's going to happen with that typing sound in the right ear. And this has been going on for the last 2 years. The more I immerse myself in writing light languages of the Atlanteans, Lemurians, and the Syrians, the more this sound frequency comes in literally every day. And it doesn't bother me. It's a receiving mechanism. It's not me going crazy. It's not a sickness. It's not a mental health issue. It's a normal process of evolution and thought, consciousness, mind, and soul expansion and physical body upgrades, expanding itself in a frequency and expanding the brain waves of how we receive things into our mental plane of existence, into our subconsciousness on a quantum shift level of expanding on a soul frequency, hearing connection, hearing communication with the extraterrestrials, with the different spacecrafts that are above us in Earth orbit, higher dimensional beings communicating with us, the spacecrafts. Some of them are very sentient and have crystalline technology that also could be communicating with us at this time. to help us on our path of ascension and soul evolution and physical evolution as living beings. So I think that is what is happening with these frequencies. So if anybody's hearing this type of a sound, I don't think it's anything you have to fix. You just have to vibrationally attune to it and tap into it and check what are the messages that you are receiving and why. Try to decode the encoded frequencies of what you're receiving to understand what this is and what purpose it serves for your higher good evolution, understanding of reality. What are they trying to teach you? What are they trying to expand you towards? And what is the source? Which beings are contacting you? Which ships, crafts? Why are they here? What's the purpose? Because they're contacting you for a reason. And it's first contact being made directly to people through this type of a typing sound that you hear. It's a prelude of messages coming in or downloads coming in for whatever you need to know for your well-being, I guess, or knowledge expansion. That's why this is happening. It's not an invasion. It's not an infiltration. Nothing at all like that. It's extraterrestrial communication with normal human beings. Some might be a bit more psychic and might be receiving more of this, or they might be psionic and their abilities are growing, so they hear more of this kind of frequency and being attuned and being expanded through this thought consciousness evolution. Some might hear less of it. And what I've done is when that frequency is very high, because sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, I'm like, ask the brain this, could you please quiet down the receiving transmission? Just tone it down and quiet it down so I can process what's coming in, so I can understand what's happening. What am I receiving and from whom? It could feel a little bit overwhelming when it's so high frequency pitched that you're like, that's too much. Whoa, slow it down, please. I need to process and understand what's happening here. What am I receiving? From whom? Why? What should I be doing with all this information? How can I process it, decode it? Because it's often encoded. It's like you're receiving this information and it's in a different frequency or language that you then have to work with to try to understand it. Some people just feel it as a vibration and they're like, what is this? I don't know what to do with it. Well, it's an encoded message in a language from the Galactics, and it could be more than one galactic civilization talking to you this way. It's not through radio signals or through radio waves. It's through quantum entanglement and quantum energy and quantum frequency waves. Quantum frequency waves that are coming in through your auditory system, through your brain in a natural, organic capacity for you to work with if you want. And if you don't want to do it, just ask for it to be stopped. Just say, any higher dimensional beings, extraterrestrials or other beings, please stop this signaling. I'm not quite ready to receive this just yet. Please slow it down or stop it. And when I'm ready, I will ask to receive this again. And so I ask this, and so it is. Please respect my request. I honor your ability in trying to communicate with me at this time. I'm not quite ready for it yet, but when I am, we can come back to this experience and revisit the communication if it's meant to be for the right reasons at whatever later time when I am ready. Thank you so much. Please respect my request and honor it. And so it is. And so it is. And mote it be. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be 3 times. And if they're benevolent, they will honor and respect your request and stop sending whatever packets of quantum data they've been communicating to you and sending to you. Because if it's for the highest good, your request will be honored and listened to, and it will stop. But if you need to know something and you're somewhat ready to receive this, just ask them to slow it down so you can try to understand what's going on and what information is being received. And try to tune in into the signal frequency. Think of this as a code that you are decoding, because it is encoded. And allow your mind to quiet down, go into just a quiet meditation, and ask what these frequencies are and how to decode them for you to understand what this is, what you're receiving, or potentially even sending back to them as a frequency. So this is what I wanted to cover a little bit today. Thank you so much.